Welcome to today's Explainer. Look, if you're completely exhausted by the daily grind of grueling side hustles, constantly trading your precious time for pennies, well, you are absolutely in the right place. Today, we're tearing down the barriers to entry for what is, frankly, one of the most profitable, unmetered digital businesses in the world right now, Amazon KDP Digital Publishing. We're going to walk through exactly how you can launch a highly profitable digital asset today. And yes, you can do this even if you have literally zero prior writing skills. Okay, let's dive into this. When beginners start looking for digital businesses, they so often get lured into these incredibly high-friction hustles. I'm talking about client-facing AI agencies or trying to build complex apps, stuff that requires technical coding, relentless sales calls, and just constant, stressful client management. Ebooks, on the other hand, they are the ultimate beginner-friendly digital product. Just think about the advantage here. You've got zero physical inventory, no shipping costs, and this beautiful make one sell forever model. Every subsequent sale is just direct profit. And the best part, you aren't out there building a website from scratch, begging people for traffic. You're leveraging Amazon's built-in traffic. That's hundreds of millions of active buyers who already have their credit cards saved on file, and Amazon handles all the payment processing, the instant delivery, and the customer support for you. It's a total game changer. So here is the exact blueprint we are about to build together. First, demand first market validation. Second, architecting with AI. Third, bypassing the AI slop. Fourth, winning the A9 algorithm. And finally, getting real reviews. All right, starting with step one, demand first market validation. Now, you might be wondering where people mess up first. Well, the single biggest mistake new publishers make is writing completely blindly based on personal passion, without actually checking if a market exists first. We absolutely have to ensure readers are out there actively searching for what we want to build. To understand what's actually working in 2026, let's look at some proprietary data from KDP Builder. Across over 400 recent projects, a massive 56% of everything being built consists of low-content and puzzle-style formats. Breaking that down, 22% are puzzle and activity books, followed closely by 15% coloring books. What does this mean for you? It proves that beginner-friendly micro-niches, think stuff like bold-line coloring books for seniors or really specific caregiver logs, are heavily dominating the space right now because they're super fast to produce and incredibly targeted. So how exactly do we validate a niche before committing our time to it? You run it through this specific three-step checklist. Step 1, search your keyword on Amazon and check the bestsellers rank, or the BSR. If those top results are sitting under 100,000, boom, you have real demand. Step 2, evaluate the competition. Look, if every top book has 5,000 reviews, it's way too crowded. You want to see top sellers sitting comfortably between 50 and 300 reviews. That tells us there's proven demand, but still a clear opening for you to enter the market. And step 3, check the price ceiling. Can you realistically list your paperback version for at least $9.99? Higher prices mean much healthier royalty margins per sale for you. Which brings us to step 2, architecting books with AI. Okay, so you've validated your niche, awesome, but you don't just sit down and stare at a blank page. Instead, we're going to architect our books by deploying highly detailed prompt frameworks to build a rock-solid manuscript skeleton before we write a single word. This specific sequence comes straight from the Big Prompt Hub for Claude. First up is the Idea Validator, which basically pressure tests your core concept to ensure it delivers one specific transformation for the reader. Then, we use the Chapter Architect to design the complete structural flow of the book. This ensures every single chapter logically earns its place and leads into the next one, so it doesn't just feel like a random list of disconnected thoughts. And finally, the chapter writing engine takes over, drafting just one full chapter at a time, making sure it includes strong opening hooks, the core teaching, and actual implementation steps. But wait, before you fire up that writing engine, you need competitive intelligence. Here's a brilliant tactic. You can use an Appify actor combined with Claude to scrape existing product reviews right off of Amazon. You pull dozens or even thousands of reviews into a CSV file, and then you just feed that raw data into Claude to generate a comprehensive competitor analysis report. It literally uncovers exactly what the market hates about the current books in your niche. You get to see the gaps, the missing information, all those reader pain points, and then you just fix those exact issues in your own book. It is basically a cheat code to guarantee your book is better than the competition before you even start drafting. Moving right along to step 3, bypassing the AI slop. Now we're pivoting into the actual drafting and editing phase. Look, AI is a wildly powerful assistant, but I have to warn you about the dangers of generic AI slop.
Lazy, robotic text will instantly turn your readers off, and frankly, Amazon's ecosystem demands quality. Robotic AI text relies heavily on repetitive transitions, super predictable list formats, and this generic, flat tone that usually completely loses coherence if you push it past 10,000 words. And this brilliantly illustrates why you need humanized polish. You need niche nuance, varied sentence burstiness, and highly specific anecdotes. You absolutely cannot just copy and paste from an AI model. You have to get in there and humanize the text manually.
So, how do we do that? Here are the highly tactical steps for editing out those glaring AI tells in Google Docs. First, aggressively eliminate words like however, therefore, and in conclusion. People just don't talk like that. Second, break up that predictable rule of three list pattern that AI models absolutely love to use. Third, manually add in your niche-specific nuance, infuse your own examples and stories. And fourth, intentionally vary your sentence lengths to create a natural human reading rhythm, or what we call burstiness. And remember, doing this manual polish yourself is saving you the thousands of dollars and months of waiting that you'd normally spend hiring a freelance ghostwriter. Actually, I want to pause here for a second and share this really powerful quote from the Big Prompt Hub just to recenter our mindset. The right idea written imperfectly still beats the wrong idea written perfectly. Validate before you create. That hits the nail on the head, right? Absolute perfection isn't the goal here. Serving a validated market need is what actually matters. All right, step 4, winning the Amazon A9 algorithm. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that once your book is polished and ready, you face one final major hurdle: optimizing for Amazon's A9 search algorithm. And here is the slightly uncomfortable truth. The algorithm cannot read your book, and it has absolutely zero literary taste. It strictly rewards commercial performance, conversion rates, and click-through rates. You have exactly 0.2 seconds to win a buyer's click on a mobile screen with your cover design. Because, get this, over 67% of Amazon's book browsing happens on mobile devices, meaning your cover appears at basically the size of a postage stamp. If your title isn't instantly legible, and if your genre isn't immediately recognizable in a fraction of a second, your click-through rate is going to plummet, and the algorithm will literally just bury your book. So please don't guess here. Use specialized tools like Canva, ChatGPT, or coauthor.ai to design a premium, high-converting cover that actually clicks. And that brings us to the critical 72-hour algorithmic window. A former Amazon product manager recently revealed that early engagement metrics actually receive exponentially higher weighting in the system. From the very moment you hit publish, the algorithm is constantly monitoring your initial click-through and conversion rates. By hour 72, crucial long-term visibility decisions are basically locked in. If your cover fails to generate strong positive signals in those first few days, recovering that book's ranking becomes extraordinarily difficult. Finally, step 5, generating authentic reviews. This leads perfectly into our final piece of the puzzle, getting the actual reviews necessary to build reader trust and sustain those vital conversion rates over time. And yes, you can totally do this even if you don't have a massive mailing list or a popular blog. Here are 3 completely legal, incredibly effective strategies to multiply your incoming reviews without feeling like you're begging. First, never send a generic Amazon link. Instead, create a direct ASN Create Review link that drops readers straight into the review form, saving them the extra clicks. Second, design a warm, personal review ask right inside the back of the book itself. Humanize yourself. Explain to the reader exactly why reviews matter and let them know you'll actually read it. Author Ken Lazito does this in his series, and it works wonderfully. Finally, run a legal giveaway where the only requirement to enter is simply clicking your direct review link. You aren't forcing a review, which keeps you totally compliant with Amazon's rules, but because they naturally land on the review page anyway, a huge percentage will voluntarily leave one. So, what does this all mean for you? It brings us to the ultimate question. Are you ready to stop trading your time for money and finally launch your first digital asset? We've seen today exactly how ebooks beat out those high-friction side hustles, how to easily validate real market demand, how to architect and manually polish your draft, and how to conquer the A9 algorithm. The whole blueprint is right here in front of you. The only thing left is for you to pick a niche and start building your unmetered publishing business today. Thanks so much